Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the power of skepticism. Skepticism on Google is defined as doubt as to the truth of something. I like this definition a lot. Normally on this channel, whenever I read off a definition of a certain word on Google, I roast the definition that Google gives because it's so general. But this definition is great because you're doubting the truth of something. And I believe that skepticism, unfortunately, gets a bad rep. Many people who think of the word skepticism, they think of something either super negative or a sissy. It's like, you're a skeptic? Come on, man. Toughen up. Be brave. Take that risk. But with the mind, with education, you don't always want to take that risk. Especially because nowadays, online, there's a bunch of BS. And I actually noticed this recently. I was going on Twitter and I noticed that there was this one girl who was panicking in the airplane and she was like, get me off, that guy over there is not real. I'm sure you've seen that video too. It went super viral. I saw it on Twitter and I saw a bunch of people quote retweeting that video and they were like, I believe she saw something that was not real. That was one quote retweet. Someone else wrote, you could just sense the fear in her voice. I could tell that she's telling the truth. That was another quote retweet. Someone else said, what she saw was a shapeshifter, but you guys aren't ready to have that conversation yet. And I'm reading all this garbage and I'm thinking, do you guys really think that she saw an alien? Because you got to think this one through. Let's say that you do think she saw an alien. What now? Do you think she was deluded when she saw that? Do you think that aliens exist? Do you think, do you see an alien? Do you see a shapeshifter? And now these folks that were with boldness writing their quote retweets, they're going to be like, well, I didn't say all of that. I'm like, well, that's what you implied. You see? And that's when I realized that a lot of folks, they need to be more skeptical about certain things. But here's a philosophy that I have. Because if you're too skeptical, then you will never learn. I have a very simple philosophy. Rather than just being skeptical, do a thing known as open-minded skepticism. Open-minded means that you are willing to take in information. I will take in the information and I will give you, lady, some credit. Maybe you did see something. But the skepticism part of me is like, wait a minute, give me some evidence, something, right? I don't need other people on Twitter echoing certain statements. But if you give me a string of reasons to believe you, slowly I will get more confidence for your message. Other than that, nothing personal, homie, but I just don't believe you. I'm open-minded, but that's all I'm going to give you. Other than that, you have to prove to me that what you're saying is not utter garbage. And with open-minded skepticism, there's that freedom that you feel. It's like, man, now it actually feels like I know how to learn. I'm not too open-minded to a point where I'm believing in everything, but I'm not too skeptical to a point where I'm shutting off anything. You see, when you combine these two, that's when you're capable of learning new information, you're taking in what works, and you're discarding what does not work. Open-minded skepticism, this is a philosophy that I believe works beautifully for lifelong learning. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.